Hi everyone. I hope you've had a great day. Like 4 very good technical sessions, finishing off with the makeup studio team. We're just going into the last segment, which will be about 20 or 25 minutes, where you get to have, a personal interaction with Armand himself. I think Armand's been doing a great job all day long, with the artists. So he's going to have a Q&A with our online editor for the Professional Beauty magazine, Kanishka. So they're going to have a conversation about what it takes to become a brand ambassador. So if you remember, I was saying in the morning about, this whole show is about how do you build your career as a makeup artist. So we're going to finish today's kind of by wrapping up, learning from Armand, who's worked with many brands. He's worked with Clinique, House of Fraser, YSL, multiple brands around the world as well, and with many artists. So he's going to share some of his experiences, on what he's done on his journey to becoming a brand ambassador. So I'd like to invite both Kanishka and Armand back on stage.
Hello everyone. How are you all? Are you all good? Are you exhausted?
I'm excited.
Kanishka, thank you so much. You're going to be looking after me.
Yes, I think you need looking after
I do need looking after.
Can you ladies please settle down so that we can start with our session? So how was the day, Armand? Are you enjoying hosting?
It's been amazing. It's been really, really good. So this is literally only going to take 20 to 25 minutes. So if we can hold on from doing the selfies and do them a little bit after, is that okay? Thank you. We'll just do this. So tell me a little bit about, I shouldn't be interviewing you, but I want to know about the magazine for Professional Beauty. So you the editor of the magazine?
Yes, I am. But it's not a print magazine. It's an online thing. And I do stories about hair, beauty, makeup, everything to do with the professional beauty industry in India, online on the Professional Beauty website.
Fabulous. That's great. So thank you so much for your attention today, folks. I really do appreciate it. You've been an exceptional audience. Have you enjoyed yourself so far? Yes? Are you coming back tomorrow? Amazing, even better.
I have a question for the audience as well. Are you enjoying your time with Armand here? Can we have a big round of applause for him, please? Thank you.
You're amazing, and I haven't even paid you. That's incredible. So what I want to do today, and I know yourself and Vikas, they wanted to know a little bit about my career, and I've worked with many different brands.
Yes.
As a brand ambassador, and you can see some of the images on the stage that are flashing up. So this is a red carpet look that I did. These are all for various brands. That's a British actress called Shobna Gulati, who's very, very famous in the UK. So she's been on Coronation Street, and that's her again. There you go. So she was in Coronation Street, and also she is probably one of our most famous British Indian actresses that we have in the UK. And she also does great comedy, really good comedy.
Okay.
So this was for a red carpet event. And the next one. So click on to the next one. So this is Shobna again, and dressed in Boodle's diamonds. And that was a red carpet event. So I've worked a lot over the years with various celebrities. And I've also represented certain brands as well, as we were discussing earlier.
Yes. So what we would like to know from you is how this whole journey into makeup started. You mentioned earlier that you used to work at a bar, and we know that you were an actor as well. So how did makeup happen, really?
So I started off as an actor in the UK, and I still perform now. So I I've done various radio plays for BBC Radio 3 and 4. And also I've been on TV shows like Coronation Street and various other soap operas in the UK. And I've done film as an actor. And so it's been really good fun to do that kind of journey. But I needed to make some money. So I came off tour and I was talking to a lady that worked in a department store for Clinique. And she said, I think you would be great to work within cosmetics. So within a week I had a job.
Wow.
Working on the Clinique counter.
Okay.
And that was about 24 years ago.
So that was a conversation that changed your life.
It certainly was, yeah.
So what happened after Clinique?
So Clinique, within the first 4 months of working for Clinique, an undercover reporter came in from a magazine called Marie Claire. So with Marie Claire, they were doing a feature on beauty experts, beauty consultants and makeup artists. And I was one of the beauty consultants that they did a feature on. So they reviewed me. And I got 9 out of 10 in the magazine, which was great. And I thought, maybe I can do something with this. And that's when I took it seriously, working within the industry. And in those days, I'm not sure if it was the same here in India, but in the UK, we couldn't use brushes. We had to use cotton buds and cotton wool. Was that the same here? Was it the same? A few people are nodding. So now, of course, it's changed, and of course, you can use brushes.
Okay.
And then from Clinique, I went to Yves Saint Laurent as a colour expert within the north of the UK. And then I went to Givenchy as the national makeup artist. And that's when I was being interviewed by Vogue UK and Harper's and Queen and all the other magazines about different trends. I did Fashion Week as well.
All right.
And it sort of went from there. And then I trained in every major cosmetic company. And I opened a studio in House of Fraser in the UK as a personal beauty advisor. And that was great because it opened my eyes to using different brands.
Okay. So when did you realize that it's time now to be a brand ambassador for a brand or represent a brand, be its face?
You know, I never had a preconceived idea. I don't know if this has happened to you guys in your makeup careers, but for me, it was very organic. Working with one brand was great because it allowed me to travel. So first of all, I traveled the north of the UK, and then I traveled throughout the UK for Givenchy, and that gave me an added platform to travel internationally. So if you can work, does anybody work for one brand here? Have we got any people that work for one brand? Do you all work with different brands? Yeah, in your kit, do you have many different brands? Yeah? So for me, having the versatility of using lots of different brands was great for me.
Okay, but when it came to being a brand ambassador, was makeup your first choice, or did you start immediately looking at other verticals? Like you are a part of, I think, a superstore and a spectacles brand who have roped you in as a brand ambassador.
Yes,
so how did that happen?
I think we've got some more images. Have we got images that I sent earlier? I think we've got some more images that will flash up. So if we can get hold of the other images, and we'll put them up, and I'll talk about them. Yeah, that's for that was a campaign with a hairdresser called Dar. Have you heard of Dar? Dar's a very famous Indian hairdresser. He's based in London. And between us, we work on people like the Hollywood superstar Goldie Hawn. So I work at the Oscars and BAFTA. And this was in his salon in London. So that was that. Can we go to the next one? That was a campaign for a photographer. So she wanted to do this campaign. So it was saturated with silver, gold, copper, different metals, and then just very, very clean, but black. I wanted the eyebrows and the shadow to just merge together with that. And the next one. So here we've got, I'll have to get up now and point so you can see. So this is in a department store in the UK called Sanderson's. So this is a boutique department store, and they asked me to curate the beauty department. So I chose all the brands to be in there. And again, that's something that's really useful if you want to be a brand ambassador, is you can have lots of scope to choose the brands that you like. So we got Inglot in there. Does anybody use Inglot Cosmetics? Yes. So I was the first person to get Inglot into a department store in the world. So it was the first department store ever, and that's in a place called Sheffield in the UK. Originally, they were only in Westfield in London. So they're now spreading, and I saw one here in Bombay, which was great. This was for Artiste. So Artiste is a brand here and here. This is a brand that is an online brand. So it's a mobile app. So you can download the app and you can get hair and makeup to your place of work, to your hotel, with your friends. So again, as a makeup artist, for you guys, it's a great way for you to see so many different people and to earn extra money, because they almost act like an agency for you.
Right.
So I created the looks. So this was, if you go on the app, which is www.artiste.co.uk, you'll see the different looks that I've created. This was one called Metal Guru, all about metal tones, and you'll see a little bit later. Down here, the bottom right, is a guy that was on the X Factor in the UK called Jake Quickenden, and that was for the British Heart Foundation. So it was to create this look with him and a giant donut, as you do. It was all about giving up sweet things. So that's that one. If we can go on to the next app as well. Oh, by the way, that's me as a lion, as you do. So I did all those looks there. So moving on to the next pick, please. And the next one, that's Shobna again on the red carpet. So again, if you're, when you start to develop yourself, you become a brand yourself. So in the UK, I am a brand myself. So people would ask me to put together a team of artists to create looks, a styling suite in the UK, so for things like the BAFTA. And so I get stars like Shobna, and we create these looks. We sit down with a hairstylist, fashion stylist, and we create a look around the concept of what they're trying to create. And this is what we do
sorry to interrupt
in Hollywood.
But related to celebrity clients, I have a question. Does brand associations ensure that you get celebrity clients?
Yes, it can do, because especially if a celebrity is working with one particular brand like Dior or Givenchy, then when you make your way up with that brand, you will then be used as the brand's brand ambassador with the celebrity. So then you can get celebrities that way.
Okay.
So that's how that can work.
So you have been doing that in your career, getting brands to get celebrities for you?
So with Givenchy, for example, I worked with some celebrities then, and then Lancôme asked me to be their makeup spokesperson for BAFTA, and that's how I got a few celebrities there, like Girls Aloud and a few other people like that. So you can build up using brands in the styling suites. So with myself and Charles Worthington, the hairdresser, we would do the hair and makeup for a lot of the celebrities for BAFTA.
Great. Can I have you back here? Or you wanted to...
Oh, go to the next one. Can we go to the next one? I just wanted to maybe point out a few things. If we can go to the next slide. Oh, that's me. Going on to the next one. And that's me. And the next one, we've got any more? I think we've done the loop now. There was a few more, but hopefully they'll come around again. Just keep on going on the loop. Oh, that was again for the red carpet. So a styling suite with an actress called Kim Marsh, who was with a pop group called Hearsay. Do you know Hearsay? No, that they were.
So.
They did X Factor, and they did really well around the world. Maybe
Okay.
not here in
so
India.
do brand associations also get you more money and more fame?
Well, it can do. Yeah, it can. Because again, with things like artiste, for example, you know, you're paid on a retainer. So that means that every month I would get a fee to do certain stuff for the brand. So it can work. So again, if you can work together with a brand, you can then further your career. You can have further longevity, because that's what we all want. And I'm not sure whether what you all do, but again, if you want to do that transition from doing predominantly bridal, which I know a lot of makeup artists here in India, because it's huge here, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
If you want to do that transition, it's finding your unique selling point. That's what you have to do.
Okay. So how do you get to that point?
So for me, what was unusual was when I started out, there wasn't very many men within the industry. So I stood out, and because of my acting, I was asked to do some stuff on TV, to be a spokesperson and to talk about beauty on television and to do radio. So I don't know if do you have makeover shows here in India?
We are starting to have.
You're starting to?
Yes.
See, that is great. If you're very confident, maybe you've got a YouTube channel, start building up your content, because people will take notice of you. Build up your content on your channel, and that will really, really help to push you.
And another niche place that you have for yourself is the cruelty-free products that you use, right?
Yes, so I am a cruelty-free makeup artist, and I specialize with organic and natural products as well. So I'm very much about sustainability. So anybody that's coming to my show tomorrow morning will see me create a red carpet look using cruelty-free brands. So a lot of brands will say that they are cruelty-free, but if they sell in China, then they won't be. However, that is changing, which is great news.
Okay. So looking at the Indian context, we have a huge bridal market. Any makeup artist would naturally fall in the trap of, becoming a bridal artist, earning her money and whatnot. And then we have the makeup brands who will rope you in as brand ambassadors. But beyond that, actually exploring something different outside the makeup space is not yet that strong in India. So what advice would you give to makeup artists here on finding their niche, or like you said, the unique selling point?
Does anybody do hair? Okay, so you see there's a few hands going up. So to be a hair and a makeup artist is a really good thing, because certainly for being a brand ambassador, they will want you to do two things if you can. I just do makeup, but you would have an added advantage of doing hair and makeup. Does anybody do fashion styling as well? You're great, aren't you? There's quite a few people. So I do styling too. So I talk about image, and again, if you're doing hair, you're doing makeup, you're doing fashion, that is amazing. And that really stands you in good stead to stand apart from the rest of the crowd. Because a bride as well will just have you to do the hair, makeup, and help them choose their outfit, which is really good to do. Did you find that with the guys that put their hands up to doing them, that you're popular with your brides? Yeah, okay, because it's, again, they're coming to one person and you can facilitate everything.
Great. So you also mentioned a few restrictions that come your way when you're working with a single brand. You need to use only their products. You have all those clauses that are mentioned in the small print. So how does it work with you when you're working with non-makeup brands? Are you looking over your shoulder to see if another departmental store is not around or another app is not in your social media, or how do you balance that?
Balance with what I do with the makeup stuff and the brand ambassadorial roles.
Yes.
So the brand ambassadorial roles that I have are artiste. I'm also the brand ambassador for Special Olympics Great Britain. Now I don't get paid for that. It's something that's a charity that's dear to my heart. But it allowed me to work with Nicole Scherzinger.
Okay.
The Pussycat doll, Nicole Scherzinger. So I've worked with her because she's a brand ambassador as well. So again, it allows you to establish better connections. So if there's any charities that are close to your heart, ask to work with them to create some stuff. Because again, you never know. There may be a celebrity, a Bollywood star, or somebody who will work with that charity too, and you get to work with them. So you build up your celebrity profile, and then you become much more attractive as a hire, because your clients, the general public, the more celebrities you work with, the better thought of you are.
Yes.
And that's unfortunately the harsh truth.
Yes.
Doesn't necessarily mean you are a better artist, but you have a bigger spotlight on you.
Absolutely. And the more you tag these people on social media, the more traction you get, more followers you get. So it makes sense for makeup artists to build themselves as a brand, like you rightly said. Now, the actual process of becoming a brand ambassador involves signing a dotted line. So what are the key things that you should keep in mind before signing up?
So you need to know how long your contract will be for. That's always useful. And if there's any stipulations and constraints, so they may not want you working with any other brands. They may not want you working with any other charity. So you have to be comfortable about that.
Right.
And know that. And of course, insurance. I don't know if insurance is a thing here, but it's always good to be insured, especially if you're traveling around and you're doing stuff as an ambassador.
Okay, one last question. Now, all the members in the audience here are already practicing makeup artists. They have established themselves in whatever niche that they're comfortable with. And if we are suggesting the career path for them that involves being a brand ambassador, what is the next step? So when they leave the room, what is the first thing they should be doing if they want to be a brand ambassador?
Tag me in on all your social media. No, I'm joking. I think it's to have confidence with what you do. You never stop learning. I mean, I've learned things here today. Has anybody learned anything today? Yeah, lots. Great. That's brilliant. You never stop learning. Control your ego is very important.
That's a pro tip.
Yes, and also never be shy of talking to other artists and other colleagues. Always give the general public your time, because people are your best advertisement. So when people start talking to you and you're a nice person to work with, they don't have to think, they don't have to worry, you have their best interests, they will come back to you time and time again, because your reputation will precede you. So that is really important, to be compassionate, to be passionate, never stop learning, and also think outside of the box as well. If there's something you're particularly passionate about, we've had a few people, one person in particular was passionate about SFX, prosthetic makeup. Go into that,
Okay.
explore it, build up your social media with it, and always learn to hashtag the right things, because hashtagging is an amazing way. I don't have a portfolio anymore. Does anybody have a portfolio? No? Do you use your Instagram as your portfolio, or Facebook? Yeah. Who uses Facebook? Who uses Instagram? Yeah, more hands for Instagram. Twitter? Snapchat? Everything? Yeah, there's a hand that's like this. It's amazing. Use all those avenues, but make sure that you have a certain look to your Insta profile as well. Be really particular about what you put on your Instagram, and be careful with filters. I don't filter any of my work at all. I like the skin to look like skin and not completely faded out. So brands will look at your profile and your work, because if it looks unreal, they won't think you're a good makeup artist, because they'll think that it's all digitally enhanced. So really fine-tune your craft and don't use filters.
Thank you so much, Arman. That was lovely. That was amazing advice, and I'm sure everyone is going to go back and do loads of good work. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and thank you so much, guys. Thank you.
We have around 5 minutes for questions. If anyone has questions for Arman,
Anybody want to ask a question? Now you've gone all shy. You were dead vocal before. Any questions? Good. Yes, we've got a question over here. Are you going to go?
Yeah,
Okay.
Hi.
Hello.
My name is Mamta, and I have a question that when we built the portfolio, right? As you told, we work with I work as a hairdresser also. I work as a makeup artist also. But maximum time it comes on the collaborations, right? So is that the correct way that we collaborate with the people, like stylist, sometimes with the stylist, sometimes with the fashion designer, sometimes with the... So is that okay if we work like that?
Absolutely. Collaboration is key because, you know, even though you do hair, you may work with other hairdressers.
Yeah.
So it's important to keep that collaboration going. It's great that you do all those things, but most of the time I work with stylists, fashion stylists, and obviously hairdressers. But even though I do styling, I'm very, very happy to work with other experts because isn't it exciting when you're with other experts and you feed off their ideas and you create amazing things?
Yeah.
Because you will pick up clients from their client base and they will pick up clients from you.
Yeah.
And that's a way that you can grow beautifully. So definitely collaborations are really good.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank
because
you.
nowadays the hashtag has come for the collaboration, no collaboration for the makeup artists.
So do you tag people in with what you do?
No. Like I've seen on Instagram and Facebook that people are saying, see, being a makeup artist, even we work hard, or being a hairdresser, we work hard. So why to collaborate with the people? You
saying there is a hashtag trending that says hashtag no collaborations.
No collaborations.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
well,
why this thing came in my mind when I saw your profile.
Yeah.
Which was like, so that's why.
So in other words, they're saying that they've done all the work. Well, I mean, if you want to put that in, that's fine. I mean, that's obviously something that I would never use as a hashtag because I love to collaborate. I love to work with other experts and other people.
Because I work with many people, right? So now they are coming and like when they see the profile, they ask, why you collaborate? Why you work with? I said, see, I'm comfortable and whenever I have time, why to spend, you know, just like why to waste the time? I can utilize it in a better way, so I do it.
Yeah, you must do.
Yeah.
And so are they saying that they're not happy that you are working with other people?
Maybe.
Is that what they're saying?
No, I don't have any idea, but there are so many followers, right, on the Instagram and everywhere. So they ask me the questions, why you collaborate? You make your own profile. You do this of your own. You do this. I said, okay.
No, I think with my work, on my Instagram, it's... I have hairdressers that I work with and I always tag them in or hashtag them and they will retweet or regram them.
Exactly.
And it's the same with
That's how your
fashion.
network grows.
Yeah, and
correct.
that's how you build with them.
Yeah, but I have a bad experience in this as well. Famous artist, makeup artist, they call us as a hairdresser to work with them. And then when it comes to the, they call us on the collaboration basis, right? On that time they say we tag you, we'll do this, we'll do that. They don't allow us to click the pictures there. But later they don't even tag us.
Then you don't work with them again.
Exactly. And if
I'm
anyone
sorry, I
else-
think that's rude. I
Yes.
think
Yeah.
it's really rude
Yeah.
and disrespectful.
Yeah.
Are you charging them as well, or do you do that?
No,
No, that's even worse.
Yes, that's
You
what,
know,
and,
if you were
and this is what
paid-
happens here. Like it happens quite oftenly.
Yeah, so
So
it's a
that
barter
is-
and they don't
Yeah,
keep their
yeah,
side of the
yeah,
deal.
yeah,
All right.
yeah.
And if anyone asks you why you collaborate, you can always say because Arman Beasley told me to.
No.
But do that, and maybe just have your phone and say, please may I, and just quickly do an Insta with them.
Or you can take pictures and post later.
Yeah,
At
but
least have the records with you.
no, but before, like when they call us and they ask, can you come? Are you available on these days? So generally what we say, yeah, I'm available. So we go. So before going, they will say, I'll share all the pictures, I'll tag you and all the posts, this, that. And then, see, when we are working, we have to be very quick.
Of course.
And we just have to leave from,
Okay.
we have some other commitments.
See, what you
also.
could do now, you can get them to airdrop it to you straight away.
Okay.
So if they're taking the picture on phone, just say, just quickly airdrop me those pictures now.
Okay.
There's no excuse
And
then,
ma'am, I
because
think
that's
you
so
should
easy to
also,
airdrop.
Explore the word collaboration, because from what he is saying, it would also mean getting paid for that collaboration, not just a barter deal. So you should
Okay.
really explore that.
And make that clear. When they're asking you, and this is a really good point, to collaborate with them and that they will give you the pictures, you just say, okay, well, for collaborations, I charge X amount.
Okay.
But if we're going to share pictures, I will bring a photographer with me.
Okay. Yeah,
And that's
that
part
we
of the
can.
deal. And if they say, oh, no, then I'm so sorry, but that's the way I work.
Okay.
If this has happened time and time again, you're missing out on potential work because
Correct.
you're creating these beautiful things
Yeah.
and they're not sharing it with you.
Yeah.
And that's not good.
Yeah. Correct.
Yeah?
And it happens with the famous people in Mumbai. So
Do we have any other questions? So shall we call
That's
it?
that's
There's
a
one.
good one.
Can we quickly have that question?
Thank you for that question.
Hi, Arman.
Hi.
First of all, you're very charming.
Oh, you're good.
Seriously.
Thank
And exactly like you, I'm into acting, and I'm a makeup artist and a hairstylist. And I did work with a brand called Mac Cosmetic for 1.5 years now. And my question to you is that sometimes it gets too much. Like there's acting, there's auditions, and that's makeup, hairstyling. So how do I manage it and keep going? Like what is the most important thing that I should keep in my mind? Because I
Okay.
can relate to you, as you said that you come from a same background, like acting and makeup and all. So yeah.
And are you still performing? Are you still acting?
Yeah, I
Yes.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So periodically I act, but you have to make that decision.
Yeah.
Whether you focus a little bit more on your makeup side, or you think, you know what, for 1 year, I'm going to concentrate on acting.
Okay.
At the moment, I'm focusing on my makeup and presenting side. In fact, it's more presenting that I'm doing now, and education, because I'm enjoying it. So you need to find out what you enjoy the most, and what
Yeah.
do you enjoy the most.
Acting.
Okay.
I
So
love.
put the makeup to one side and the hair to one side, and just focus for 6 months. Just think, right, I'm going to do this.
All right.
I'm going to do it. And then if it doesn't work or you get it out of your system, you can always come back to your hair and makeup, because that's a talent that you can pick up anytime.
Yeah, of course. So like a time period, I can give a time period. Yeah.
Do it. Give yourself a period of time to focus and to be true to your heart.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah?
That really helped. Thank you.
Thank you for
Thank
that
you.
question. So we shall wrap
Any more?
it now. Yeah. Thank you for being such a lovely audience. Thank you, Arman, for making our day.
Thank you so much.
We're looking forward
Guys.
to tomorrow.
Thank you. And I will be here tomorrow. I think it's, is it 10:30? 10:30. I'm here tomorrow to do, and it's the first one to talk about cruelty-free beauty, but I'm creating a gorgeous red carpet look. So hopefully I will see some of you here tomorrow, and I may need a model. So just saying. Okay. Thank you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a nice day.